secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Offense set on first down. Set. Looking to throw at Sexton. He's got it on the move. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
They'll go right back to him. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Ducks want to move quickly. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play. Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Now, I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Now the play fake. Fires to the right. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
The field goal. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Gets it out quickly. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on first and goal. From the gun. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Ducks! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like
the Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Wants to go up top on first down. Escapes trouble. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. He might want another play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're slow in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
On third down, he drops to throw. Extending the play. Couldn't find anybody open, just threw it away, and that's a smart move. You want to avoid the turnover, especially in the red zone. It'll be fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. He got it. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's McKinney. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Offense walks through the line for play number 7 of the drive. Motion from the wideout. To the air on second down. Bringing the heat. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. No matter. He epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be changing the route. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Feet. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Looking to throw on first down. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. Inside the 40, at the 30, he's at the touchdown, Bruin. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Quarterback making adjustments, gets the back moving. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. All out of space. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. Motion from the back. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. You need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Larson. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Oregon! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Now facing a 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. So this defense has to protect the lead, but they can also end the deal by putting the quarterback down. To the air on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Sexton. Makes the grab on the left. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Man, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the 1st, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They go to the wide receiver screen. Touchdown! They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Larson. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a double.
Grabbed in the middle, it's McKinney. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's awesome.
The bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's awesome. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. There he goes. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down there in plus territory and now threatening to get the score.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Larson. Hauls it in. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. Touchdown Ducks! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw